今月に入ってから反政府分子によるテロ活動が激増しとる。アーミーに機動隊、交通課の警官まで総動員だ。消火勤務手当だけで公安予算はパンクだよ。
その上今回の26号拉致事件、君あれは国家の最高機密じゃないのかね。このネオ東京に治安という言葉は存在せんのかね。
ところで君から提出されているこの実験体25号の予言に関する追加予算の申請じゃがね。
冗談じゃないよ。前総理の税金政策の歴史的失敗の尻拭いを我々国会議員が頭を下げて国民の皆様に我慢していただいているこの時期にだよ。なんだね、どこにそんな金があるんだね。
莫大な金を使ってできたのはあのグロテスクな幼稚園だけじゃないか。来年はオリンピックだよ。もう戦後は終わったんだ。いつまでそんな幽霊のようなものに金を出さなくてはならんのかね。
だからその金を福祉に回せばよかったじゃん。
うるせえじじい。
なんじゃと。
あの力は今や勝手に一人歩きし始めようとしている。今コントロールしておかなければ我々は全てを失うことになりかねんのだ。
若造が
あんたらの無策が生み出した混乱なんだよ。
千の大戦が全てアキラのせいであったという根拠はまだない。
あんたたちアキラの最悪が実際に起きてからでなければ何一つ理解しようとしないのか。
誰か見たまおるのかね、そのアキラ中。
アキラっていうのが25号だったかね。
21号でしょ。
大佐は軍人としての本分を失った。
君のそのアキラ狂いが反政府分子につけ込まれて奴らのテロ熱を煽っているという報告があるが。
違う、そうではない。
あのアキラの世直し運動はどうだね。情報が漏れとるんじゃないのかね。
世直し運動、まさに世も末だ。
責任回避のためのカモフラージュにアキラを使ってるだけじゃないのかね。
大佐、我々としてはもうこれ以上君の独断専行にネオ東京の安全を委ねてはおけんのだ。君を査問委員会にかけることになった。
大賛成。
失礼する。
まだ話は
目を引こうべ目を。最高幹部会を侮辱する気か。
大佐、
大佐。
Terrorist activities carried out by anti-government elements have skyrocketed this month. The Army, riot squad, and even the traffic police have been fully mobilized. The overtime costs alone have used up the public safety budget.
And then there's the abduction of number 26. Isn't their existence supposed to be the highest of state secrets, Colonel? No one's ever heard of peace and order here in Neo-Tokyo, then?
And this request of yours for further... yes, for further funding because of subject number 25's prediction.
Well,
you must be joking. While straightening out the historic tax reform blunders of our former Prime Minister, we Parliament members have been bowing our heads down and begging the public to bear with us. And what does he ask for? Money! Where exactly do we get that kind of money?
You've already spent a fortune here, and all we have to show for it is that grotesque kindergarten you set up.
The Olympics are next year, and the post-war period is over. How much longer will you keep throwing away countless amounts of money on these worthless ghosts?
I always said we should put all that money into the welfare program! Shut up, old man! What was that? You heard
now
me.
Listen here. That power is starting to walk around free as we speak. Unless we control that power now, we'll lose everything we tried so hard to achieve.
And take that old man comment back. It was your lack of policy that started this mess in the first place.
There's still no proof that the last World War was caused by Akira, in my opinion.
And what makes
Don't you understand? Unless an Akira disaster actually happens, don't you people understand anything?
Has anyone ever seen this number 26 Akira?
That's not his
You're
number.
wrong. He was number 25.
Idiot.
Break it up. I say that the colonel has lost sight of his duty as a soldier.
Yes, he's right.
And I have had several reports. Reports on anti-government elements. How they're using your Akira madness to whip up their terrorist further.
Yes,
it's not true. It's just not.
Then what about that Akira World Renewal Movement? Wouldn't you say that information's being leaked?
World renewal movement? It's more like the end of the world.
Aren't you just using Akira as camouflage to cover up your misconduct? Admit it!
What are you getting at?
Colonel, please be calm and try to understand that we can no longer leave the peace of Neo-Tokyo to your sole discretion. Understood?
Get rid of him and end
I'm sorry, but you are to be put before an inquiry committee.
The whole military needs a reform.
Excuse me. What?
This discussion isn't over.
What? This is an outrage.
You should explain yourself.
Are you trying to insult the Supreme Executive Council?
His behavior is intolerable.
The terrorist activities by the anti-government elements have been greatly increasing since the beginning of the month. Army, riot police, and even the traffic police are all involved in control. Our budget for security is almost depleted.
On top of that, they tried to kidnap number 25. You! Isn't that not supposed to be a national secret? Whatever happened to maintaining the public order? Who is responsible?
Anyway, we still have this request. Asking for a special budget to continue the experiments on number 25.
Ah, you must be joking. After the mess the last Prime Minister left us in, we're lucky we still have our jobs. Come on, we on the committee have no choice but to bow and scrape just to keep the taxpayers at bay. Come on, Colonel. Where do you expect to get this money?
Instead of rebuilding the city, he made us spend our whole surplus on that Olympic monstrosity.
Did he really think the Olympic Games would gratify the people? Doesn't he remember that the Roman emperors tried the same ploy?
I've told you 1,000 times we should have spent that money on a freeway system. Shut up, old fool. What did he say?
We have every indication that Akira is about to manifest itself. If we don't take control of that power now, we might lose everything as
Who do you think you're kidding here, Colonel? We're not fools.
There you go again, old man, trying to put your head in the sand.
Once and for all, we still have no evidence Akira had anything to do with the Great War.
It's very clear now. We're going to have to suffer through another disaster till you're convinced. If you don't open your eyes, we're all finished.
Come now, Colonel. Aren't you being a bit dramatic?
Everyone knows Akira's a myth.
That's blasphemy, you old goat.
Colonel, you are a disgrace to your uniform and this command.
Hey, we've heard some very ugly rumors, Colonel. Some say it's you that's been stirring up the people just to appropriate more money from us.
Never. That's a lie.
Well, where do you think these fools get their ideas from? Now they're turning the whole thing into a religion.
They mean to change the world, but it may be the end of the world.
You don't fool me, Colonel. You're using this Akira thing to cover up your own mistakes.
How dare you say that?
Colonel, we cannot stand by and let you arbitrarily endanger the safety of our city. We have decided to turn the matter over to the appropriate investigating committee.
Very well.
Colonel, where are you going? Hey, wait a minute. We have not finished this meeting. Get back here. Now, you can't just walk out on us like this. Colonel, where do you think you're going? Oh, you can't just leave us like this.